okay, there's a difference between liking James Harden, which you clearly have tremendous love for, and liking the storyline. I love the storyline. Like, the more drama, the better. Like, I love Kyrie. He's so creative around the basket, and he thinks the earth is flat. Like, this is a dude with personality. I love Kyrie. Like, when we met him, wasn't it striking?
He's contractually obligated to talk to the media, but he won't. Like, things like that.
Okay.
When we met him, because you were about to bring that up. When we met him, he was the nicest guy. He was personable. He had stuff to say. He wasn't just talking basketball. He was coming off a game, though, where he had like 40 points and didn't have an assist till he threw like an outlet pass to LeBron for a dunk in the final minute of the game. So he has those performances on the court. He has these things that you see him bashing the media and taking games off because he's quote unquote hurt, not even injured. And then you meet him and he seems like a nice guy. He wanted it out of Cleveland. He's bashing LeBron James. There are contradicting things going on here, right?
No, it's all because I fell in love with him and I understand him fully now, having talked to him for 20 minutes. I'll explain the whole thing to you if you're interested.
Go for it, yeah.
Basically, it's not that complicated. This guy was the only guy in Cleveland, right? He was the top dog. He was the reason. I would speculate. This is all speculation, by the way, obviously. But I'm speculating that he's the reason that LeBron felt that he could come back to Cleveland because he felt like Kyrie was at a point where he could, if he put it together with K-Love or whatever and brought JR, he could win there. And so Kyrie was alpha. He's never going to be alpha to LeBron. He took a crazy, iconic shot over, right, our guy Curry, to win it. It was a moment that his alone. LeBron did have the amazing block on Iguodala, and LeBron was amazing. But every game, it seemed, it was like each of them contributing 42 points.
Kyrie was incredible in that series. He was beyond.
They were 1-1-8.
Yep.
And Kyrie said as much, and I was surprised to hear Bill Simmons say he doesn't know why he left. Why would you leave an opportunity to leave with LeBron? It was like this was LeBron's story through and through. Even though Kyrie had been there for years beforehand, and even though Kyrie they were like 1-1-8, almost had an equal contribution to that championship. He wanted it as bad as LeBron, almost, you could say. I mean, he was huge, and he was so huge. And if I was Kyrie, I would want to say, I was a big contributor. I want to see, and this is literally what he said in the press conference. He's like, I've worked on my craft. I want to see my craft with me. Basically, not in so many words, I want to be the alpha dog somewhere. And he thought he was in a good situation. And I can't blame him. I mean, it's a bad idea always to leave LeBron because he is the king. And it never turns out well. So it's the same thing in that sense also with Harden. Like, he wants to win. These guys want to win. And it's always a balance.